We got the Bears at 8.5.
Yep.
In 2023, they finished with a 7-10 record. Does Keenan Allen and Caleb Williams equal 2 more wins? Is 8.5 too high, too low, or just right for Chicago?
Too low. This is one of my favorite preliminary bets. The Bears are going to win at least 9 games. I mean, it's not just Keenan Allen. It's a full year of Montez Sweat. It's whoever they draft 9th overall, which could be the 2nd best tackle, the 3rd best receiver, Brock Bowers, an impact defensive player. It's Keenan Allen, it's DeAndre Swift, it's the different moves they've made, a massive upgrade at quarterback. They won 7 games last year. And so, yes, I love the Bears over. That is too low. Next.
So-called that one. The Chargers have lost some key pieces, but should be rebounding. Plus, they have Jim Harbaugh coming in to turn things around. Is 8.5 too high, too low, or just right for the Chargers?
Just right. And listen, I think that this is going to be year 1 of a on-the-fly rebuild. They obviously, I don't think they're going to draft Marvin Harrison or Malik Neighbors at 5. I think they're going to trade out of that pick and acquire more picks. I think that is a prime spot for Minnesota to trade 11 and 23 to get that pick. So because of that, I simply don't see a quick turnaround for the Chargers. They'll be better than last year, but last year they won like 5-6 games. So I think 8.5 is just right. Next.
All right, the Bills gutted their team this offseason, but it seems that Vegas can't quit Josh Allen. Their win total did not budge from last year. Is 10.5 too high, too low, or just right for the Bills?
Just right. This is right.
It's
Listen,
fair.
I would be very surprised if they won 9 games. I'd be very surprised if they won 13 games. 10, 11, 12 is right where they should land. And so if I had to bet on the Bills, I would actually go over. Because I think that Vegas we'll get to them in a moment, but overvalued the Jets. So I think that they probably have the Bills splitting with the Jets like they did last year. So I think this is just right. I think that the Bills are probably 11 and 6. So 10.5 is just right. Next.
All right, the Cowboys didn't have the best offseason either, but I guess they do get to play the Giants twice. Is 10.5 too high, too low, or just right for the Cowboys?
Too low. So Dallas gets 4 games against Washington and the Giants. Obviously, 2 games against the Eagles. So they should be 5-1 right there. They've got let me get the rest of their 2024 schedule. Make sure I have it right. They get the NFC South, which is, in my opinion, the worst division in football. So you get Carolina, you get New Orleans, you get Tampa, you get Atlanta. They get the AFC North, which is brutal, obviously, and they have the first place schedule. But the Cowboys win 12 games every year, guys. The question for the Cowboys is not, are they, going to be good in the regular season? The question is the postseason, so I think that's too low. Next.
No one knows what to do with the Jets, but now that their quarterback won't be vice president, they actually have a decent roster on paper. Is 9.5 too high, too low, or just right for the Jets?
Too high. I mean, I don't understand the smoke surrounding the Jets. People are like, they won
Aaron
7
Rodgers.
games last year with bad quarterback play. Aaron Rodgers is going to be 41 years old, guys, this season. He's coming off an Achilles. They decided to replace their old injured offensive line with old injury-prone players. They have maybe the worst coach in football. Like, they're not going to win 10 games. So that, to me, is absolutely unequivocally too high. Next.
Will it finally be the year that you quit the Jaguars? Dumb question. Should I just say too low and can we move on? Is 8.5 too high, too low, or just right for the Jags?
Unfortunately, it's probably just right. So here's the thing.
He's turned a new leaf.
I really Well, no, I trust Trevor, but I hated their offseason. Obviously, the division got better in that it's year 2 of CJ Stroud, and the Colts with Anthony Richardson coming back could be interesting. I don't love the Jags offensive coordinator. I don't love the GM. And so I want to believe in the Jags because of how much I believe in Trevor, but I don't love the roster. And so fighting for one of those final playoff spots is probably how this is going to go for the Jags. It's unfortunate. It is squandering Trevor's rookie contract. It's unconscionable, some of the mismanagement they've had with this team. And last year it was, they were 8-3 and Trevor got hurt. And everyone wants to pretend like that didn't happen, but that is what happened. This was an 8-3 team and their quarterback got hurt. But losing Ridley, spending money where they've spent it, I just don't think is smart. Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to get more from the show, and make sure to click the bell to get notified every time new content drops. Check out full episodes of What's Right wherever you get your podcasts, or just click the link in the description below.